Hello and welcome to another edition of Minecraft 50th Birthday World on Windows 10 edition of the game. As you may know, this is recorded from a Twitch live stream, for those of you that didn't see it live. Whenever I can possibly do it, I try to do it on Friday nights, but it's not a guarantee, especially with my work schedule. If not, it's in the rotation with the arcade 1-up stuff. twitch.tv/GeorgeF551. When we left off, we were building the Nether Hub. We're still doing that, but we're much further along. But we'll do a few other things as well. The first thing I want to do is take care of food. Got a lot of chickens, a lot of cows, and a lot of other things that need to go away. And we also have something else we'd like to do, but requires a little bit of darkness to do it. Alright, so just need one of those. One of them. And one of these. One to fill the bar, one to do that, and good. Oh, the day's over. Well, that's probably okay. Let's see if we can find any green hissy boomy things. Been over here planting and cutting down these mushroom trees. It doesn't appear anything has grown. We do kind of need this coal. We kind of need coal though. And we can move. After the slaughter, we're going to need all this. And this. We're up to 30. Okay, need to revamp a few things that we have on us. There. Oh, and we are over the little, we're over the farm for the, mushroom things. And more coal. No safe way down. All that for a lousy piece of coal. Yeah, let's see what's down here. A drowned that's dead. That's a good thing to find. And more coal. More iron. Never hurts to have more of that stuff. Make sure we got it all good. And I was sure there was some. Yeah, I thought so. Wow, big vein here. Alrighty. Alright, that doesn't get us out of here. Alright, now for the task at hand. I have, as I've shown you in the last episode, we had an issue where the various animals were falling on the platforms that we lure them in, and we didn't want that. So we fixed that problem. It was insanely stupid easy. First thing I'm gonna do is eat up. Then, actually, this is what I'll do. So I'm gonna lure as many of them over towards this door as I can. And let go of that. Seems a bit redundant, but I put these over here. A little challenging to get to, but we got it. And what they're doing is falling into a water stream, which then they fall into a pit that takes them to one hit short of killing them. Alright, let's just see how many we got there. Alright, we still have a few that's way in this corner that don't want to come along. Okay, we don't want a ton more. Okay, good enough. Alright, good enough. Now I'll take care of the pigs. As you can see, I raised quite a few. It's going to be a lot of experience points here. Now I know I could probably do a, a crusher farm, but you only get experience for bringing new life into the world. But you lose the experience for killing them off. So this, I get the experience for bringing them into the world and you know, ending their misery. Alright, so I'm going to do is just check the pigs, see how they're doing. Meh, good enough. And now for the cluckers. Alright. Now it's time for them. I was going to do something different with the chickens. Is just like in the craft theory in the chicken the fried chicken place. Yeah, we'll put them up there. Anyway, there we go. I was gonna have them go through a corridor in which there's a fire, and then you get to watch a bunch of chickens running around on fire. Yeah, you know, it was funny once. Then I decided, since they require only one hit with a sword, might as well just do it this way. So these are not going to take any damage heading to the pit, because as you can see, they'll just flap their wings and make themselves safe. Alrighty, so we got that set. And right there's the killing floor at the very bottom. You know what I need to do is we can move the player. Is I can actually put this away in the farming section. Right here. I gotta item frame up these things and take care of that little thing. Alright, this I help to use. Get pigs. This will be our luring. These will just throw away because we don't really need them. One of these days, I gotta do something with that guy. Now, one of the things we need for one of our little pet projects is some gunpowder. I'm also making a branch pathway so we can go that way and this way and all sorts of other ways. So right now we're looking for green things that go hiss and boom, because that's going to be part of what we're going to be doing next. So what I've also been doing, and there's still plenty of it around, is breaking the taller grass. That way I don't get that false hope that it's a creeper, but that's not tall grass. Somehow this even exists. Now, unlike Java Edition, which I believe they're trying to make the versions Bedrock and Java closer to each other, is the witches will attack you, even if you don't attack them. And in Java Edition, once you reach a certain distance, reach a certain distance away, they'll pretty much stop chasing you, but they are totally, and I mean totally, relentless. That's how close they come to dying. You got a shovel. You didn't give me a shovel. Alright, we're looking for green things that go hiss and boom. Oh, we got our friends in the sky. We finally get to test our little contraption if they are following us. And they are. It is. One of the things we've been wanting to do, and I've been doing it wrong, and in, I think, not the previous episode, but the one before it, finally figured out the right way to get cobwebs. So what we're going to do is go into the house and go up the tower and see if our little thing works. Of course, watch it find the tiny gap. Alright, go this way, because we got a backdoor entry right here. And here's a staircase you haven't seen in a while, heading up to the tower. Okay, I wound up walking into the staircase. Well, it worked. I just was a little slow in response. Alright, so it actually does work. I just gotta not be slow about it. Alright, so this is definitely going into the treasures. I could sleep this off, but like I said, hiss boom, need the stuff. Loot. Need more of this for what we're going to do later. I don't see her. I got this nice pathway here. I could just use that. And in the upper left, I totally forgot to shut the coordinates off, because that's another thing I'll show you. In another work in progress that needs to be dealt with, and that's making a slightly safer path to our to the what is it, the shelter, the base that's in the Nether. Yeah, like I said, I've been up since about a little after 1 this morning, because I couldn't fall asleep once I woke up. And I'm surprised I was not asked to work today. Well, the one good thing about, I know it's going to probably disappear, but the good thing about Bedrock Edition is you can thrash. There's no warm-up time. Nothing. Alright. See if there's any green hissy boomy things. And it doesn't appear to be. However, I could use a little more patties. Besides the ones that I already have. Yeah, one thing a bunch of people have said about 1.16.2 is, for the Bedrock Edition, is it runs a lot slower. And I noticed that here with the with the barn, all those animals, it's still a little bit jerky. Now I'm recording this at 60 frames a second, so you might not see it. And you're definitely not going to see it in the live stream because it only does 30. It's nice and smooth here, but then when I get to here, it gets a little jerky. So we'll head back to the barn in just a moment. We are not going to use this sword. We're going to punch. Alright, so this will be villager trading. And we got a bunch of this stuff. Alright, now for some experience. That's unbreaking 3, unbreaking 2. These Fists of Fury. Oh, I left these open. See, this is why I had these, so close them, and the chickens wouldn't do what they just did. Peter moment. When I bred all of these, I made sure I stuck around so that they would all You know, in a crusher, like I said, you would get the experience for breeding, which I already got. But you don't get the experience for them dying, for killing them, for which you do if you do it by hand. Perhaps I should have put a gate there. I don't know. That's something that doesn't really happen in Java Edition. Alright, I see things flinging around, so let's see, what can we get rid of? I'm not too worried about feathers because I can get arrows quite easily from the Skeleton XP farm. Now it runs smooth as silk. Yeah. Kitchen's on this side. This floor. Let's go on this floor. So, let's see. Pork. Beef. More beef. Well, I'm surprised it's as little as it was, to be honest. Well, we can start the chickens up pretty quick. Quite a bit of that stuff. And villager trading. Yeah, we don't even need these. They're pointless. Yeah, the barn area runs nice and smoothly again, now that we've thinned the herd significantly and chickens made it through here. That's why the quote-unquote air vents are plugged up here. And while I was throwing eggs, I wound up throwing a chicken into the rafters. Ooh, 1 in 256 shot there. Did I get 4 of them? Yeah, knock them off. There we go. Alright, looks like it's turning nighttime again. And as I said, we are looking for some things that go hiss and boom in the night. And that's that. Alrighty. Let's see if we can find some hissy boomy things. Now I'm trying to avoid going near that village because it got attacked by zombies, and that's what we needed right there. Oh yeah, them. Okay, this is becoming dangerous now. Alright, we're close to home. try this thing out again as we go the long way, because torture. Come on. Okay, this is getting old. I don't know, worth it or not. I'm done playing that game. Alright, now I was out here, so if anything green and hissy boomy has formed, we should be able to find it. We got plenty of the green stuff, but we need more of the red stuff. Alright, that's kind of gone. So one of the things we can do down there. Back in the basement, one of the things we can do is get ready for something that we are planning on doing. Endermen came here. Alright, we did a whole bunch of this stuff, and I dug a bunch of sand as well. That's all the TNT we're gonna make. Alright. Actually, do this. Also gonna do a little repair work. Okay, move. I think this might be just a hair too expensive. Oh, just enough. But now I'm down to 1. Now I can't fix anything. Actually, we want this. Yeah, unfortunately, when those go, we're in trouble. So we might as well have those on us. So one of the things we can do is we'll go this way. Oh, look who's intruding.
Huh.
Worthless stuff, too. Alright, didn't go in my bee house. Alright. We're eventually going to get started. Eventually. So we're going to grab 2 of these as well. That's part of our master plan. And while we've been away, we're now up to 11 ender pearls, which is really amazing. Might use that at some point. Yeah, I'll just put this in loop. So what we're gonna do is actually we're not gonna have a ton of white. Alright, so what I want to do is, yeah, I might just grab a bunch of white wool and make beds out of that as well. Let's see. Here we are. those. 3 of them. Put this away. And head into the Nether. You'll see quite a bit has been done. Last time we were there, it was just a skeletal frame and most of the and we didn't go anywhere. Try that again. Now I'm working on a path which is not completed, so I left this hole that continues down the old way, and you'll see over there working on a path to connect this. So here's the new building with some guts. Haven't quite figured out what to make the rooms. I mean, this is just a foyer as well as this. This is going to be the quote-unquote war room. Since you can't do maps down here in the Nether quite yet, probably have a table and a bunch of signs, kind of pinpointing in a general sense where things are. And over here's the situation room, kind of. And down here is the mine for finding ancient debris, which is the hardest thing to find in this game. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is cut a little swath like this. Now, in between 20 to where we are likely to find some of that stuff. And we blasted a hair too low. Will we find any this time? Bad. That's not good. That's even worse because I can't see. And wow, things have really essed the bed. I literally have absolutely nothing. I had all the best stuff, and it's all gone. As I could not find the way to get to what I needed. I mean, I got something here, something here. Yeah, off camera, I'm okay. I got one too many of one. How did I know? Everybody in the world can do it, but I sure as hell can't. The problem here is I honestly do not know how to get to what I'm trying to get to. All that crap is gone. But we got stuff that was cooking. So we get this, and this. Yeah. Let's try that again. Something didn't go right. What a shock. Oh, I believe I had a couple of saddles on me too. That's even better. Back down the mine. Let's see what went wrong here. Okay, we killed that. How? And we killed that flow. Alright, did we kill the one? Alright, so we killed it. Good. Too bad we lost everything. Because when I do anything, it cannot go smoothly. At all. So I lost a couple saddles. Yeah, we can go up. We can go up. And yeah, I like seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, I am totally, pretty much starting completely over again. And we can actually go up. Well, we didn't find ancient debris, but we did find some of this stuff. Quartz. Which helps to... any little bit helps. Well, any little bit's gonna help, because we need to go right back up. Oh, we don't have a bow and arrow anymore. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Bring that to the overworld. That as well. It's not going to hurt anything, so I built a kill room. Yeah, we can move. And it's right here. If it can go wrong, it always does. But here we are. Basically, if I had more of a leadway, I hit this button, this will open, this will close, they can't open the gate. Get some gold. Check around, make sure we're good. Okay, they're not even aware of what happened. Saunter, that's exactly what I wanted. It works, it's just a matter of execution. That guy never... Right, we also don't have gold armor. That's kind of a bad thing. That alone will get us in a world of hurts. We need at least one piece of gold armor on us, which I did not think of. But as always, disorientation. There we go. Yeah, some of the piglins are not fond of you if you are not wearing gold of any kind. Yeah, I've been too used to doing that now. So, yeah. Of course, the one I had, the enchantment. All right. That goes there. Loot. We're not gonna... This is from the Nether, so that's going into a completely different pile. Let's just see. Okay. I'm going to put this back in the... No, wrong button. Alright, so this goes here. That goes there. This goes here. And because we obtained this gold from the Nether, that's where this is going to go. This will be the bartering stuff. The gold that we find normally in the... The gold that we're finding in the here in the overworld will not go towards bartering. Now we don't care too much about the monsters. Okay, I was sure that you know what? I don't think I looked this part up too well. That's not gonna attract him. Alright, there. He's fallen off. Maybe Black gave us bad luck. I don't know. Weird things. Let's see what we have. Now that we've ruined everything by dying in the lava because it didn't quite... Not a very predictable thing there. How that happened. Anyway, at 12, that's a good number. 3, that's a good number. 5 is not a good number. That works. And 4 of those. I mean, that'll get us started for what we want to do. Then cobblestone. Because we're still looking for netherite, the rarest thing on the planet. I also could... I know I'm putting all my eggs in one basket by doing this, but I needed 2 saddles, and I'm going to have to grab the other 2. Oh, I also don't have a bow and arrow set. Infinity, that's good. So we just need 1. There we go. Problem is there's no power to them. this. Let's just build part of this. Can any of this go the right way? Any of it? Alright, so as you can see, making a path that heads towards where we're trying to get to. Alright. Like I said, that is also why we left this hole over here that we can go down. Now, fortunately, the stuff I needed to entice our little friendly creatures is supposed to be here. And they're not. If it were to go smoothly, you wouldn't be watching this channel. All those are gone now. You know what? Hold on here. Settings. Yep, we can move. We don't have that on to make that pathway, and since we have the pathway, there's no need for that now. Yeah, we'll take all three. I'm going to build 3 fishing rods. Take 3 of those. Warp fungus on a stick. That gets the attention of them. So we want some striders. And I can't believe I lost all that. It came in a blink of an eye. I didn't have any way to react at all. going to do is... As you can see, that is gathering the attention that we want. You guys are not very bright. Oh, look, there they were. So this is where we will, in a sense, garage them. You got a saddle. And you, I'm not sure yet. Alright, just to be safe, I'll close the doors here. One thing I'm glad they fixed is the never-ending spawn bug that was here. You've seen it, I was building this thing and every 5 seconds a ghast would spawn in. That was actually a bug, and now things spawn at a normal rate. Yeah, that's what I have right now. Yeah, we make sure those are safe this time. Alright. Now here we go. Here's a little trick on excavating a little more. In the Nether, sleeping is a bad thing. If you try to use a bed, that happens. And every time you do, you gotta accept the fact that it's gonna blow up on your face and it's gonna do some serious damage to your stuff. We'll let some of the fire go, because yeah, we might be just a hair too low here. There's another bed. Let's try this way. And oop, bad. This time we were able to respond to it. We saw it coming. Right, that was a pocket of lava. It wasn't a lava lake. And no ancient debris sightings quite yet. Well, I'm not finding exactly what we're looking for, but it's something. So let's, yep, we can grab. Now, a bucket of lava can do 100 pieces, but I'm rarely ever here for that. And we got loot that can go upstairs. What's wrong with that guy? See, none of them really cared. Not sure what to do with this room quite yet. Or a lot of these rooms. I swear I saw a cube in there. Alright. Yeah, apparently the killing radius of these pigs isn't all that great, and this still needs to be done. As you can see here, upstairs is unfinished. Problem is, Enderman is on the wrong floor. He's on the first floor. We got a little Enderman shelter. So again, we'll take this golden nugget and we'll put it in the take to the overworld chest. We still have one more bed. And not a lot of excitement now that we lost almost everything. So it's only one bed, and I'm willing to punch through one time here. It was a bit risky without protection. And we found a lava source, so we gotta be careful here. No ancient debris. I said, now that things have fallen apart. Then there are just things that'll spawn regardless of light level. Ah, just in time. As you saw, sometimes that'll backfire. I hate to finish that. That'll definitely be an off-camera thing. So you know how exciting that is. Question is where? Oh, there you are. on in. Here he comes. Ender pearl. If we could get anywhere in this game, we could probably almost have enough to beat it. Or at least get to the end dragon. One or the other. Here we are. We always could have made a pickaxe, and we haven't. There, we used our Enderman shelter. Just easier to come up here. Once we have that clear path down, we can seal this one up. I don't know why I bothered with that, but I did. And now we got a way in. We can close this guy off because we don't need it. Hey, we accomplished a few things. We don't have to do that anymore. Now that we have this much safer roundabout way of getting there. Oh, you stupid shit. You can run. And because everything had to be in the wrong place. Thank you very much. In a way, I should have been smarter and just looked, make sure that magma cube was not there. Fortunately, we are not looking at lava taking everything away. Now we gotta build all that crap up again. But what I could do off camera is just go and pretty much get the go to the experience farm and get my XP that way. I am seeing that putting the chest there is not the best of answers. First off, get that back. Sucks that I'm losing quite a bit of my armor's durability doing that, but get that back. Stupid magma cube had to be in the exact wrong place. Yeah, we gotta be really careful as to where we go and get things. Just leave that open. No, I shouldn't leave that open, because then things that shouldn't go in there wind up going in there, and we wind up in the mess that we got into. Yeah, it should go there, and that should go there. Alright, so we're back to 8. What a wonderful thing this has turned out to be. What sucks is I had that totem of undying, so that's gone. You know what? We got a third one. Alright, and one of yous will get a saddle. There. So you got 2 of these guys that now have a saddle, so we can now safely, with carrot stick and toe, the Enderman warped his way out. This is where, again, we gotta watch what we're doing. Yeah, you can move. Run! Jeez. This is slow and painful. I don't think we want to really be doing much of this anymore, but... I'm going to take this stuff up to the overworld. So that came in handy twice. we got the nether. Oh. There's a guest in the wall. Interesting. Alright, one other thing I should have here. I don't have it there either. Which won't do me any good from there. Is... Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of this. Yep, get rid of that. We'll add to the loot chest while we take care of a couple of things. One, two. Got 12. Now I know it. Okay, we didn't turn. Nice. I like turning when I push the turn button. Alright, taking a long way to get to where we're going because we're just that good. We can run when we run the player. Oh, I don't have a shovel now. I finish up this walkway. Or at least get something done with it. Alright, so now we have a path to here. movement. Actually, what I'd like to do is, before we, I want to do a little test in my test world before I go and do the next thing. Which, funny thing is, I have absolutely no idea where I got teleported to. But this is a test world, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to have this. And I don't like the way honestly don't like the way this works. Okay, so we're gonna have a table that goes around like so. But of course it's gonna be significantly bigger. And the map is gonna go in. And we can go down. Alright, so that answers the question. Since I said we will not be able to. It's not the best answer in the world, but it's something. Because we can't make maps in the Nether. So that's gonna have to be the best thing that we can do right now. Plenty of time, let's cut a tree. Because in spite of what happened, we're still doing the construction. Not exactly sure what we're going to do with the upper levels quite yet. But we need a war room. odd that it circumvents a larger tree, but it did. That'd be it for what I want right now. So right now we're working on the war room, which really isn't a war, but it is a room. So we got the work area. We got the Strider, quote unquote, parking. So now the war room. Alrighty. That might be way more than what we need. So ultimately we're going to find the center of the room, which is this, but we want this and this. Four and four. Alright, I'm thinking I might put, lanterns in here. I'm thinking that. You said pardon me for not sounding like that. And then I'm all that excited. It's, like I said, I've been up since 2 a.m. Oh, actually 1:30. There we go, there's the war room. And like I said, since we don't have maps, it's a little cheesy, but this will have to do. Positive. If we only could make a map. So, yeah, that's how that's gonna have to work. It's silly looking, but it's how it's gonna work. So we'll put the chest right here in this little corner. And put this here. Also throw the extra quote-unquote furniture over here in case things kind of catch fire. They shouldn't, but you never know. And we'll have some nice hanging light fixtures at some point. Alright, the prep area. Got the prep area, the striders, the war room. These are foyers. Alright, once again, I want to be sure the coast is clear. It's not perfect, but it works. How did none of you react? This does work, but like I said, lesson learned from the second death today. Look in advance. Make sure the coast is clear. And we can go right in and do what we have to. They don't seem to care if you kill them or not. Like I said, at some point we'll figure out what to do with this top floor. What's left of the, you can see what's left of the framing. The rest is covered up by wallage. And because of the carpets, he can't come in here. Even though it's tall enough. Nothing can spawn in here because, like I said, carpets. They don't spawn on that kind of stuff. See, now if I shot that guy, this guy would have been a problem. We won't even need the killing room for this guy because he's the only one. Yeah, it's pretty easy to kill him. The only problem is that you got the occasional. Oh, damn! Move. I did not think that they could see it. Move. Move. Yeah, we gotta wait for this. We gotta wait for our health to go up now. Yep. Sometimes it goes smoothly, sometimes it doesn't. Although I was surprised because usually those that are behind the door, they don't seem to care much. Yeah, up here, not sure what to do with it outside of that killing room and just a beautiful looking space to just kill things. They're all grown up now. Okay, everything's all peaceful and quiet again. Until I do this. Yeah, that's fun and exciting. So, okay, we made the war room, and like I said, at some other time I'll chandelier it up. Then maybe the next time we'll actually take these striders out and see if we can find stuff. And we got the foyers over here. So, I mean, we pretty much got everything we need. Up here, not sure what we're going to do quite yet. And then we definitely have no plans for the immediate upstairs. That was intentionally designed that it was going to meet up with the ground up there, but it doesn't, so... Alrighty. Well, that entirely failed, but whatever. And I just don't remember where this goes. I know it actually goes to a point, but I don't... I think I actually I do remember where it goes. Yeah, the bridge stops here. That would have been bad if I hit you guys. Alright, we did continue this way. Now, I forgot what happens from here. There you are. Alright, had the red tree thing going there, and more of the lovely skeletal zone here. Lava field there. So yeah, we pretty much, that's as far as we got on that side. And you're gone. You took the leap of faith. Wonderful. and being sure that we know that things are good. We know we got there. We know that there's one on the upper level. Two. I think that's everything. Might just call it good for the day. If we have indeed made everything good for the day. Another ender pearl. Yeah, we'll let you out. We'll let you out. What I gotta do is I gotta go strip mining again. So what we'll do is we'll end the strip mine. Good. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I'm not going to bother melting it all down, so I'll just do this. I'll leave that there. Alright, so like I said, we're going to end in the strip mine. And it actually is a strip mine. Alright, put that there. Got 13 of those now. So we got enough to fill a end portal, and assuming there's none filled already, and one what am I thinking? You know what? Either way works. I keep not thinking that we got an exit this way. Although I could have crossed the bridge. Anyway. We'll just take a quick stop at this village where we had a raid and successfully beat it, being there were only 2 villagers anyway, and they were pretty much locked up tight. You're the only one here? Actually, we will risk it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this village is once again completely garbage. So what we're going to do is, as I said, is we're going to end in the strip mine. We're not going to do mining, but we're going to go there and we're going to end the video there. And here we are. And as you can see, it is literally a strip mine right now. Literally a strip mine. So this is what we got. It was a horrible loss of very valuable things, and gotta go and start doing this stuff again. Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.